everyone, so messy hair don't care today. I've got my joggers on. It's one of those days, it's raining and my anxiety and stress levels are really high. Bit like my hair, an absolute mess. But here's how I deal with it, because I think often people think, now that I talk a lot about self-care and self-love and my recovery journey from self-harm and abuse, that I don't still struggle or suffer with anxiety or depression. Granted, I'm on a lot of medication, which helps, so I don't get my depressive episodes as much, but I really kind of put that down to a lot of fitness, like feel-good fitness, and doing things to express myself, like dancing and writing. But at the moment, over the last year, I've also been experiencing like really bad fatigue across my body, which is like, it's like spreads all throughout like my body, so it's a really weird sensation, and I'm getting that a bit right now. But I wanted to talk about it and how I deal with all the different things that go on in my... Thank you. Yes, I am a published author now, and I've been celebrating Eat, Sleep, Control, Repeat, which I'll put a link below to, my journey from self-harm to self-love. But I've been celebrating it, and then I think people think I'm now like this finished product, but that's why my hashtag is perfectly imperfect, because I'm still very imperfect. And today I'm having like a really bad day of stress and anxiety at home, working from home, and also having the kids, who have been building dens, and we've been having playtime as well. Thank you so much for your support about the book. But I still do struggle with my anxiety, nowhere near like I used to at all. Nowadays, when I get my kind of bad days of anxiety and stress, I know that it's actually a normal person's stress level when you feel a bit overwhelmed and overloaded with life, because whilst I still live an amazing life, I still have loads of challenges behind closed doors. And I know that by waking up in the morning, doing my morning routine of drinking water and a bit too much coffee still, lots of exercise first thing to get it over and done with, and kicks off my day. And also when my cortisol levels are really high, it also kind of helps settle me. Oh, thank you for it. I'm so glad you received my book. I so hope it's okay. I'm really nervous about it, because it is basically like my heart on the line. And hopefully you'll understand why I am like I am, and why I've been on such a journey. And I'm still perfectly imperfect. I'm still on a journey, but I am so much better now. So like, for example, my previous periods of anxiety and depression would knock me for months, years even. I'd go in a really bad cycle of self-destruction, whereas now I know I need to talk about it, I need to cry, I need to dance it out if I'm not having as much fatigue, and most of all, kind of train it out and do lots of fitness or just stretching, or I'm going to do some cleaning, even though I don't fancy doing it. I know that that'll make me feel good. Well, the result of it will make me feel good. It's a bit like fitness, you know, when you're in a HIIT class, it doesn't, you're kind of getting the boost during it, but it's the after effect that you enjoy. So I'm going to clean it out, train it out, dance it out. I also find writing really therapeutic. That's the way I kind of express myself a lot. And also with stress and anxiety, because it's often in the brain, but then you can feel it physically as well, spreading through your body. It's kind of anchor yourself and focus on your breaths, and just kind of focus on what's around you. I also have found, and I'm no outdoorsy person, but I do love the outdoors. Granted, it's raining today, and I've got two little ones at home, so we haven't been outdoors. Oh, thank you. You live a fabulous life but have challenges and meet them. That's so true. And I often think it's important, if we can, get outdoors, or even just to breathe some fresh air out of a window. I've done a lot of that today. And also I've had so many phone calls, maybe that's why I'm feeling anxious, because I have a bit of a phone phobia. And so I put on my AirPods and I have to move around whilst I do it. So I do the cleaning or just doing something whilst I'm doing it to keep my mind off it, because I know some of the things I get anxious over is irrational. Some of the things are normal things. And then other things are just normal levels of stress. But what's really nice these days is to kind of like reward yourself as well and think how much better that you deal with things. And that's, oh, thank you so much. Andrew's saying don't have doubts about your book, it's life affirming, and he'll finish it tonight. Thank you so much, Andrew. And my next book is going to be a positive self-help one, because I still use loads of techniques to basically help myself and to try and help others. As you know, lots of positive affirmations, and as I did on my last vlog about resilience, it's not about the fact that we still don't get knocked down by life's challenges. It's how we get up again and how we build ourselves. But today is dedicated to comfy joggers, cleaning, AirPods in, cleaning the house and not seeing many people, because my heart is fluttering. And I have moved already today, so I'm glad I did my mindful HIIT class this morning, and I've done some fitness, and maybe I should actually practice what I preach and do some dancing, even though I don't feel like it right now. Oh, a travel book. The point of the journey is not to arrive. I love that quote. Thank you, Andrew. And yeah, Global Bloodstock saying I should do a travel book. I should do a travel book on my view of the different places. I was thinking, because I love adventures as well, in terms of to take me out of my comfort zone and stress and anxiety, is to challenge myself. So I'm actually doing a challenge where I go to every Go Ape, a treetop adventure course in the country over the next year. But then I also want to go to loads of other adventure places. I want to go to Zip World in Wales, and apparently there's a surf place there, and up Snowdon. I'm going on a long walk tomorrow to practice for the 3 peaks. I'm doing the Yorkshire 3 peaks, which is the 3 highest mountains in Yorkshire, and then building up to do the British 3 peaks, I think it is, across the UK. I think that's right. But I'd love to do it around the world. I'd happily do any adventure, like Tough Mudder. It sounds weird, but this, I think it's 25 obstacle course last year. It was brutal, but it was the funnest day I've had in ages. And things like that really help quash my anxiety and stress levels, because I can't think of anything else other than getting over a slippery wall. If you want to dance, do it. Do what makes you happy. So true. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, any tips you've got of places to explore and adventure, that's what I should do, shouldn't I? Because I can work from anywhere. Just be adventurous. I could be like the anxious adventurer. Getting over anxiety one summit at a time. But honestly, I find it really helps. So like, I found Christmas really difficult last year due to all my family situation and stuff at home. And so me and my stepdad, we went off to Scafell Pike, which is England's highest mountain, and we went up that on Boxing Day instead of me being all by myself at home crying. And that was like the best way to spend Boxing Day, just totally out of normality, because we put so much pressure on ourselves, especially when we've got a past of eating disorders or anxiety or different issues that have happened on certain key days. We put a lot of pressure that we want it just to be the same, and when things are just the same, we then realise what's missing. And actually, oh yeah, Stephen Matthews saying walking the Cornish coastline would be good. That's a really good idea. I've not tried that. I've not really done the Cornish coastline. I've probably travelled more abroad than I have in the UK, but at the moment obviously I'm doing a lot more staycations, so it's quite nice actually to appreciate what I've got, but I would like to travel a lot more when we're allowed. I go to the beach on Boxing Day. Great to walk in the sea air and see the seals on the beach, says Global Bloodstock. That sounds gorgeous. Yeah, it's almost the countdown to Christmas. And again, people feel lots of pressure and anxiety over Christmas. But I just want to shake it up like a snow globe nowadays, because I learnt my lessons last year by literally just going, right, do you know what? I bought myself some walking boots. They're in my bag ready for tomorrow, uncleaned. From Trespass, and I went up Scarfell Pike with stepdad, very unprepared, which we shouldn't have been, but we're getting more prepared at least for the 3 peaks anyway. We are practicing tomorrow on a long walk in Derbyshire, which is in the UK for those who don't know. And we did attempt wild swimming yesterday after my adventures in the Lake District last week, and there was a vlog on that. That was loads of fun. And again, it's weird, so whilst I've had this fatigue thing, and I keep getting like a fluttery heart and like these tingles in my body, when I was in the Lake District and just doing like gentle fitness as and when, little bursts, lots of coffees, lots of relaxing, lots of long walks, and just fun, I didn't feel anywhere near as triggered. And then actually whilst I'm at home on my own, you just, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I think sometimes, like, the online world's brilliant. Like, I love YouTube and I love doing my vlogs, but I think when you're getting fed like stuff on social media that isn't always positive, well, you only need to check my DM other messages to see that it's not all positive. Without realising, even if we don't think it's got an impact on us mental health, it definitely does, because all our senses are constantly in our head. And so it's kind of building time out, I think, and getting more outdoors. I found that just to be absolutely vital. And also I have, as you know, positive affirmations around the house, even in my loos. So you literally can be on a positivity toilet seat and just reading in whether prayers work for you, positive affirmations, mantras, whatever it is. I'm all about those, and just filling your home, even if your home can feel a bit kind of like confined at times, just filling it with as much positive vibes only as possible. Anyway, remember, take lots of deep breaths, get out if you can, or even just breathe some fresh air, and take time out to dance, move around. That always helps. Express yourself however you feel like you need to. I've actually found myself crying a lot more recently, and I don't normally cry as much. I just kind of like get like this, and actually, hi Yassine, and I actually find crying helps. Sometimes actually, and this is progression for me, with the self-harm, I used to translate any negativity in the world or towards me as my fault, and I used to translate that into self-harming because I blamed myself for everything. That's so true, Andrew. Crying is a sign of strength. So true. And nowadays, I've literally, I think in lockdown I suddenly started to feel anger. I always said I need the opposite of anger management. And maybe this is when some of us experience anxiety or mental health issues. We take it on ourselves. And actually sometimes often it isn't our fault. I'm not saying blame people. I always reflect on my own actions and try and be a better person each day. But sometimes we do need to be angry at situations when it's unjust and people aren't being great. We do need to be angry at them. And actually I've found that, and actually that helps to like talk out that anger or dance it out or write it out. I've done a lot of dancing in lockdown, as you can probably see on all my channels. I've done a lot of dancing. But that's what I love about dancing for me, because it's not about fitting into any industry or choreography. It's just about expression. So you might find it in writing and cooking and dancing, whatever it is, express yourself. Anyway, let's finish off on a positive. What should we go for? I still love this one, and actually it's in the first chapter of my new book. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These people have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. But often we are left with a whole load of anxieties and stresses. But what we can control isn't other people's behaviour, it is what we do to take care of ourselves. And remember, we have to inflate his own life jacket first before we can help others. That's something I've learned over the years. So it's to have that time out, dance it out, walk it out, run it out, jog it out. Do whatever you need to do just to get that anxiety out of your system, because it can feel absolutely physically and mentally, emotionally, everything crippling. Anyway, most of all, let's do it together. Peace, love, and shimmies. And thank you so much for letting me ramble on. You've actually really helped. This has been good talking therapy for me too, as I've felt a bit with everything. But anyway, have an amazing rest of your day, week, and do chat to me on social at Mama Made Blog. I'll also put a link to my book below. Thank you so much for all your support. It really does mean the world. And if you can subscribe, that means the world, and share, because I get scared to share sometimes my own vlogs. Take care as well. Send you all lots of love, more peace, more love, more shimmies. See you guys very, very soon. And let me know if you'd like me to do more lives, or if you like the edited vlogs. Whatever you like, let me know so I know how to refocus things, because I want to get more regular on here. As you know, I upload Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but let me know what you'd like more. Yay, live. Oh, that's good, because I love lives, because I love chatting to you directly rather than plonking up a vlog and then chatting to you later. But I do also love chatting to you on social. So sending you lots of peace, love, and shimmies. And I'm hoping you're all doing that at the same time as watching this, whether you're watching it back or watching it live.